Understanding how two variables relate to each other can tell us a lot. This relationship is called correlation, and it's measured by the Pearson correlation coefficient. It ranges from -1 to +1, showing us how strong and in what direction two variables are related. Sometimes, two things have no connection at all. For example, consider the relationship between the number of hours you study and the color of your shoes. Here, the Pearson correlation coefficient is close to 0, meaning there's no correlation. These two variables don't influence each other at all. A moderate positive correlation means that as one variable increases, the other tends to increase too, but the relationship isn't perfect. Think about the time spent on homework and your grades. Generally, more homework leads to better grades, but other factors also play a role. The Pearson correlation coefficient here would be around +0.3 to +0.5. A strong positive correlation means a near-direct relationship between two variables. For instance, the more you practice a sport, like basketball, the better your performance tends to get. Here, the Pearson correlation coefficient would be closer to +0.7 to +1.0. When one variable increases and the other decreases, we have a negative correlation. For example, the more you miss school, the lower your grades might drop. This relationship isn't absolute, but it's generally true. The Pearson correlation coefficient would be around -0.3 to -0.5. A strong negative correlation shows a very clear inverse relationship. Consider the time spent on social media versus the amount of sleep you get. The more time you spend online, the less sleep you get. Here, the Pearson correlation coefficient would be closer to -0.7 to -1.0. Understanding these correlations helps us make better decisions, whether in studies, sports, or life in general. Remember, the closer the Pearson correlation coefficient is to +1 or -1, the stronger the relationship between the variables.